Oh, you can't cause me to accept that Jeezy didn't have the foggiest idea about the thing he was getting into when he debuted Jeannie. May, a lady who transparently owned up to like her dull meat as an afterthought, and who likewise has major areas of strength for a Jeezy did, to be sure demand a separation. Yet you understand what's more regrettable. The separation news arrived at Jenny at a similar second. It arrived at most of us like she was completely taken unsuspecting on the grounds that wasn't she the one to as of late offer a contacting Instagram post. I have a truly hot attitude. Not a many individuals know this, yet it's only something in my family. I've seen it in my grandma. I'm sorry I saw it in my granddad, to my grandma, to my mother, to my aunties, to me, in which she lauded her prospective ex's book and accomplishments. Like everything between them was extraordinary. How about we simply cut to the chase with this separation? Will we? I swear any lady who has been separated from in that year, you realize you have warnings on the off chance that it's not its untidy, muddled, chaotic. Thusly, Jeezy guaranteed that no way of their marriage was being fixed in the separation battle. As per the legal documents, Jeezy is additionally requesting joint lawful care of their girl. The couple purportedly had a prenuptial arrangement, which Jeezy expects will be upheld. Jeezy presented a photograph on Instagram with a frightful assertion: "I'm too centered around who I'm BC coming to zero, in on who's not accompanying me around the same time." He petitioned for legal separation. We have all seeing has been occurring, despite the fact that neither Ginny nor Jeezy have uncovered the conditions of what caused the separation. Just to revive memory, J and G originally ran into each other on the arrangement of the Genuine in November 2018, and Jeannie and GC were relationship targets for certain people. Normally, Jeannie was having a great time at the time they were locked in for something like a year prior being hitched in Walk 2021. Furthermore, the function was significantly more modest due to coronavirus limitations. Also in September 2021, Jeannie disclosed her pregnancy and surprisingly illuminated her co-has in an extremely profound disclosure for the individuals who remember. Jeannie was recently hitched to Freddie Reap for a considerable length of time. I would rather not examine our relationships, since after the separation, Freddie truly showed his genuine nature anyway. It's broadly trusted that Jeannie's refusal to have kids made their marriage disintegrate. So unfortunately, he separated from her when she in the end pursued the choice to get pregnant with Jeezy. Individuals have been interested about what unfolded since the separation made news, particularly since it appears as though Jai was absolutely not ready for what was going to happen to her. Obviously, numerous hypotheses have been set up in regards to the real reason for their separation. Yet overseas start by raising Jeannie's notable explanation about fetishizing individuals of color. You never leave the web, people, by the by, regardless of the way that Jenny communicated layman. For her comments at the time she said them, she was reprimanded for fetishizing individuals of color, particularly since she named them dim meat. What's more, she nonchalantly uncovered she delighted in having an individual of color as a side piece on top of calling the males meat in any event. When her co-have intruded on her and said they misjudged her, Jenny became mad and Jai. We know about what we heard. Her comments likewise came up again with others, guaranteeing that the dim meat probably turned sour because of the separation-related news. Also, I would rather not begin everything except this is what individuals are talking about in light of the fact that the web is overflowing with reports that Jeannie dated another man who could very well be. In all honesty, Mario Lopez, notwithstanding the way that her expressed that she couldn't only date a person of color, now charges a riff that Jeannie and Mario were furtively messaging another. When Giz decided to disintegrate their marriage, I have no clue about where this is coming from or how precise it is. Nevertheless, this is one of the hypotheses set up by fans regarding the reason why their marriage flopped. Also, that Yeez has a past filled with having legitimate and relational issues. It was inevitable before that side of him started to show itself in his union with Jeannie. Jez had kids by various ladies. Not terrible, but not great either for Jay to likewise have guessed that he would be in a serious, long-haul monogamous relationship was somewhat insane. Those of you who have been focusing might have likewise seen that Jay will in general leap when the child is conceived, so for this situation, we're not truly taking a gander at a holy person. But rather conceivable wasn't the main justification for the separation. She straightforwardly conceded to having a hot attitude, while dating G, guaranteeing that he pushed her to develop as an individual in manners that her earlier accomplice had not, in spite of the fact that Jai recognized that she was tending to her resentment. Gives it's muddled whether those endeavors eventually demonstrated supportive. Jez could have become annoyed with her as a result of her touchiness. In fact, Gibbs isn't the charming lady you see on television. A source near her educated media takeout. She might be very rude and fierce. Jew wouldn't endure that for extremely lengthy. So the separation could have been brought about by Ginny's dangerous attitude anyway. There could have been further factors influencing everything in the marriage's disappointment. For example, they drastically various ways of life could have been one of the causes. Jay, who is about the glimmer and glitz and is effectively engaged with the Hollywood culture and law, is all the more relaxed in centers, for the most part around his business attempts and irregular voyages. I truly mean everything when I say that Jenny let us know all that was going on in that marriage. Maybe Jeezy was way of Jai continually raising his affection life and compelling him into the spotlight. As a matter of fact, one individual recognized that exorbitant sharing might have been a difficult issue and tweeted Jeezy and Jai. May's marriage was so happy-driven that woman made her dim me as an afterthought spouse into a substance husband to have a substance child since she had a substance-based way of life. It was depleting following her page and station, so not shocked by this separation recording. Furthermore, Jai and Jeezy have a place with discrete groups of friends, have various gatherings of colleagues, and come from very unique social foundations. Thusly, it's possible that these differences played a part in their separation. A ton of parcel of individuals likewise feel that Jean and Gigi didn't be guaranteed to get hitched for adoration. Yet rather for different reasons it's plausible that Jakey wasn't completely ready for the obligations of marriage and was rather attracted to Gan due to the transient popularity and stylish allure she brought to his life. It's likely that Jean saw Jeezy as a wellspring of monetary security. It's likewise possible that she's seen in Jeezy an opportunity to enter the field of metropolitan diversion, which would have helped with the progression of her profession. What do you all think, however, was the relationship basically undesirable for the two players? Do you find it amazing that Jeezy sought legal separation? Or did you expect it? Kindly offer your perspectives in the space cave underneath. Because of watching our video, try to buy in our feed for additional recordings. Remember to like and remark. Additionally, share with loved ones.